Hey, welcome back to the Potential Maximizer podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, glad you're here. And if you've been following along, this is episode 3 in our little series of stories about people who once felt stuck and what it actually took to move forward. Each episode is based on something deeper than tips or theory. It's about the inner shift that happens when we finally stop trying to force ourselves into the wrong shape. So, today I want to tell you about Sara. She worked hard. Really hard. Everyone said so. Her team relied on her, her calendar was always full, and she checked every box, but still, somehow, she felt like she was standing still. And for a long time, she thought the answer was more effort, so she gave more. But the truth? Effort was never the problem. Let me tell you how she figured that out. Sara had been in her role for almost 5 years, a mid-level strategist in a well-known firm. On paper, she was doing fine, better than fine. She'd survived restructures, earned solid reviews, and even trained new hires. But the funny thing was, none of that made her feel like she was thriving. She'd wake up already tired, go to bed wondering if she missed something, and in between, she just kept going, pushing, hustling. She figured maybe success just felt like this. A little numb, a little drained, but with good benefits. The idea that something might be wrong, she never really gave it space, because, well, what could possibly be wrong when you're doing everything right? Then one afternoon, something small happened, but it cracked something open. Her manager pulled her aside after a client pitch. "You did great," he said. "But you know what stood out the most? The part where you went off script and told that quick story from your last project. The client loved it. You lit up. You should do more of that." Sara nodded politely, said thank you, and walked away. But inside, she was spiraling, because she hadn't planned that part. She almost left it out. And for some reason, that unplanned moment, that was the one that worked. It didn't make sense. She thought success came from nailing the plan, not from letting the real her slip through. That night, she sat at her kitchen table and started writing. Not for work, for herself. She wrote out every task she did during a typical week. Next to each one, she wrote either an up arrow or a down arrow. Up for anything that energized her. Down for anything that drained her, even if she was good at it. The result was sobering. Most of her time was being spent on down arrows. Things she could technically do, but left her feeling smaller, not stronger. And the up arrows, they were there, but tiny, hidden in the margins. That night, she realized something she couldn't unsee. She wasn't stuck because she lacked skill or discipline. She was stuck because her strengths were stuck in the back seat. For weeks after that, Sara didn't make any huge moves. No dramatic career change. No "I quit" email. She just started shifting, quietly but intentionally. She spoke up more during the early brainstorms. She offered to lead the narrative side of proposals instead of spreadsheets. She carved out 1 hour a week to mentor a newer colleague, just because it brought her joy. Bit by bit, her role started to feel different. It wasn't about doing less. It was about doing more of what made her feel alive. She wasn't forcing herself to power through anymore. She was aligning. And that changed everything. Then one day, an opportunity came up. A cross-functional role that was heavier on communication, light on admin, and focused on storytelling and leadership. It didn't come with a raise, but it came with a yes in her chest. And that was new. She took it. 6 months in, she wasn't just performing better, she was sleeping better, laughing more, showing up differently. Someone on her team said, "You just seem like you're actually here now, like lit up." And for the first time in years, Sara believed it. Not because she was doing more, but because she had stopped fighting who she actually was. So, why am I telling you this? Because maybe there's a part of you, right now, that feels like it's dragging through something that was never meant to fit. Maybe you've convinced yourself that you just need more grit, more effort, more discipline. But maybe like Sara, the answer isn't more, it's different. Different questions, like, what gives me energy, not just what am I capable of? Where do I feel most like myself, not just where do I perform? Sometimes the most powerful move isn't a giant leap. It's a small turn toward your natural strength. So, if you've been feeling off, tired, stuck, ask yourself, what if effort wasn't the issue? What if you're just facing the wrong direction? That question alone might just change everything. Thanks for listening. See you in the next episode.